Okay, number 19 on the worksheet. We want to start by getting everything on the same side of the equation. So I'm going to add 2b to both sides. Negative 2b plus 2b is 0, plus 2b on this side. That's going to be negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5b. I have a negative 12 on the right-hand side, or a subtract 12, so I'm going to add 12 to both sides. Negative 32 plus 12 is negative 20. My b squared wasn't touched, so 3b squared minus 5b minus 20 equals 0. Identifying the a, b, and c values. The a value is going to be the number 3. The b value is going to be the number negative 5. The c value is going to be negative 20. I'm going to plug this into the equation twice because of the plus or minus. You needed to use the equation twice, once with the plus the square root and once with the minus the square root. Remember when we did solve by square roots, when you took the square root, you had to do the positive and the negative. That's where that comes from. So for my top equation, I'm going to say x equals negative b, which is the opposite of b, so positive 5, plus the square root of b squared. Negative 5 times negative 5 is 25, minus 4 times a times c. So a is 3, c is negative 20. All divided by 2 times a. 2 times a is 6. That's going to give me something over 6. So I can type that into my calculator. 5 plus the square root. B squared is 25 minus 4 times the a times the c. Let's see, 4 times the a, so that was 3 times negative 20. It's 21.2788, and I'm going to divide that by 6. So there we go. So if I round on my paper, 21.3, and then that's approximately, using as much of an exact answer as I can, 3.546. I'm going to do this whole thing again with the minus. So x equals 5 minus the square root of 25 minus 4 times 3 times negative 20, all over 2 times the 3. 2 times the 3 is the 6. So you can type this in your calculator in different ways. Different calculators have different buttons. For example, I could use this fraction button, and I could type it in as a top and bottom. My calculator right now is not set up to show that fraction button, and that would be fine. But if you do it the way I've been doing it on all these videos, then no matter what calculator you're using, you should be able to get the answer really, really well. Unless it's one of those calculators that works backwards. They're usually very small and very basic. Most of you guys don't have that. So let's finish this problem. 5 minus the square root. 25 minus 4 times 3 times negative 20 gives me negative 11.2788206, and then divide by 6. So we had negative 11.3, if I'm rounding, over 6. Just to show my steps, if I wanted to, and negative 1.88. I only went to 2 decimals on this one, because the negative 1.879 would round up. The 8 would make the 9 round up, the 9 would make the 7 round up. So those are my 2 answers.